So, it's that time of week again. Sorry, this is cold. But it's that time of week again. My favorite time of week. Today, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to talk about because I was going to do a Q&A video. But no one asked me questions. You know, that's what happens. But, that'll happen soon. I guess today I want to talk about like the labels that society gives people that have been abused or assaulted, and kind of how to deal with that. I think I've probably spoken of this a little bit before in a video, but I feel like it's very important, and it's something that's very difficult to deal with, and you know, maybe me telling you how I do it will help you. So, you know, people who are molested or raped or abused by their spouse or, you know, by their father, by their mother, grandfather, whoever it may be, society tends to put the blame on them. And, you know, if you were assaulted sexually, it was because you were a whore, or, you know, you sleep around with too many people, or, you know, you were wearing a skimpy outfit. You know, that's not true. It's not your fault that you were raped, or that whoever it was decided to take their frustration out on you. You know, that's not your fault. And, you know, despite what society may say or try to make you believe, it's not your fault at all. There was nothing you could do to prevent it. And don't listen to that. I mean, you know, when I was 3, my sister was 3. When I was 4, I was molested by my neighbor, and it happened again when I was 5. And, you know, I'm not even sure how I got alone with that person again. I couldn't begin to tell you, but, you know, when I was 5, from the time I was 4 until I was 10, every single year something happened to me. And from the time that I was 6 till I was 10, it was my stepbrother. You know, that's difficult. Like, that's still hard for me to deal with, and my dad's not even married to his mom anymore. People tend to say that, you know, there was no way that he did anything to me that I hadn't asked for, or that I hadn't willingly done. I was 6. How do you consent to something at 6? He was like almost 4 years older than me. How do you consent to something at 6? You know, or 4. I was 4 the first time. Yeah, the other person was just 6, but he still did stuff to me that is unimaginable, and people tend to blame that on me. And because I know the truth, I look past it, but I know that can be difficult for other people. And, you know, when I was little growing up, it was, you know, my family knew about that, but they didn't know that it was happening right under their noses. And, you know, it was difficult. And hearing all the things about people who, you know, like I said, they had to have been asking for it. That's what society says. You know, you didn't. And that it's not your fault. And you have to do everything in your power to make yourself believe that. Or if you know someone who has been and they tend to think that, you know, you have to reassure them and, you know, just tell them, you know, it's not your fault. There's nothing that you could have done. And what society says isn't the truth. You know, you're not a whore. Yeah, I mean, if there's a difference if you sleep with a lot of people or you sleep with a lot of people and get raped and people call you a whore. You know, that's not the truth. And it's not fair, you know, it's not fair for someone to have to hear that, and it's not fair for you to, you know, to yourself, to actually, you know, to be told that so often that you actually believe it, because, I mean, you know, you deserve to heal and being told that it was your fault, or that you're a whore, or that you deserved it, that's not gonna help it. And to anyone who might say that, that might see this video, shame on you, because clearly you haven't been through it. And clearly you don't know what it's like to go through it. So you need to educate yourself and make yourself aware that you can't ask for something like that at 4. Okay? So clearly it's not asking for it. And to you guys who think that it is your fault, it's not. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it, and clearly you didn't ask for it. If you asked for it, why would you be beating yourself up now over it? It's not your fault. It's time that we all come together as a society and change the outlook. It's not looking good for our future, for the way that the people today think. Like, they're ignorant. And if you think that someone who was, had her face bashed in by her husband, or he was smacked 50 times by his wife, if you think for 2 seconds that they wanted that, then you clearly have no idea how it really works, and you really need to educate yourself, because there's no way on God's green earth that someone would ask for something like that. The little girl that I'm gonna do a fundraiser for, or in her memory, she passed away, and clearly she did not want to be abused. I mean, how could someone so little ask for something like that, or do something so bad that you just take all your frustration out on them and you hurt them so badly that they pass away? Like, that's just ridiculous to me. And I wish with all of my might that everyone thought the way that I do. But I know that that isn't the reality. And therefore my job is to make them aware of their wrongs and make them think the right way again, or inform them of the right way to think. Because clearly no one else tries around here, and that's what I need to do. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I have to do. And like I said, it's not your fault. And if you need to talk, I'm always here. Sorry for the little rant, but I felt like it was necessary. Once again, if you've been assaulted or abused in any way, know that it is not your fault. I cannot stress that enough to you. I don't care if you called someone the worst name possible. They have no right to hit you or to frequently assault you in any way, sexually, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's not right, and it's not okay. It's majorly wrong, and something needs to be done about it. So I'm gonna talk. I urge you to talk. Speak up. Don't be afraid to say something, and don't be afraid to stop something if you see that it's happening and it's wrong. If you allow something like that to continue and you know about it, then you're just as guilty as the person that was committing the crime. Do something about it. Make your word heard. Sorry, that rhymed. Just do everything in your power to help someone. I promise you, in the long run, it's the best feeling you'll ever feel. And if I'm 16 and I can do something, then anyone out there can do it. I'm from the smallest little town you would ever imagine, and it's probably like the size of a single block in New York, and I've managed to make almost every person around here know exactly who I am, and that's something I'm incredibly proud of, because I was not afraid to talk. Anything that I can to start a conversation, anything I can do to start a conversation, anything that I have that can start a conversation, I use that to do so. speak, I do what I can to help someone else, and that's what you guys should do too. It's time that we stand up for those that can't stand up for themselves. It's time that we don't just sit back and watch it happen. We actually do something about it, and stop labeling people. You don't know their story. Clearly, you don't know their story. Stop and ask someone how their day is. That could help. Quit being ignorant. And I don't mean that mean. I'm not calling anyone stupid. I mean, quit being ignorant to the subject and educate yourself. Just fix it. Help me fix it. Help everyone that's trying to fix it. Be a part of the solution and not the problem. With that being said, know that I'm always here. Like I've said that and I say that so many times. It's like, as I say in every video, it's so redundant, but I want that to be known. I'm always here. I love you guys more than you'll ever know. Even if I don't know you, I love everyone. So I love you. I'm always here to talk. Carmen, Rebecca, we're always here. Know that you can get through it, and you have the willpower. You just have to find it. Dig deep and find it. Help others. Encourage them. Do whatever you can to help be, like I said, a part of the solution and not the problem. I love you guys, and know that you're loved beyond comprehension, and you're braver than you give yourself credit for, and you're stronger than you know. I hope you guys have a fantastic week.